Once upon a time, in a heaven-like city called Damascus, there was a magician named Aladdin. He was making his handicrafts every day, and in moonlit nights, he was adding magic to it. Aladdin was a craftsman by trade, and he worked from day well into the night, with the moon illuminating the sky, adding his magic to each piece he created. By morning, those pieces turned into magical charms themselves. Every prince and princess in Damascus rushed to Aladdin, hoping to get their hands on their priceless objects. Alas, it all came to an end. A war so tragic and catastrophic engulfed Damascus, and Aladdin became a refugee, losing his magic for the time being.
Hello, I am Jamal, and I am here to tell you Aladdin's story and how we try to save his charm.
My team and I will help preserve this ancient form of art. With our attempts to preserve the culture, we hope the Syrian craftsmen continue their work so that it is passed on to the next generation. If you are unaware of the real value of these antiques, I should tell you some information about it. These products have a great artificial value. This is not a normal souvenir which can be picked up by tourists. It is a really valuable antique that maintains its great value for centuries. The real value of these crafts not only comes from using a natural material to create it, but from its age as well. At some point in time, these products were exclusively available for the ruling class. Some crafts can be dated back 1,000 years. The mosaic crafts made part by part from small pieces of colored stone or different colors of wood pieces. Some had seashells with high accuracy to make a big portrait just like this. There are the Damascus swords that take a great effort to become alive. Maybe most of us watch the Russians forging on YouTube videos on how to use different things to make a Damascus knife. However, it will be harder to make a real Damascus knife, and no more craftsmen are working in this region. There are only 3 craftsmen in Syria still making the golden cover of the sword, while the last 2 blacksmiths made sword knives, and they cannot go further away with no work in Turkey. We try to help those people so they can continue to teach another generation. It's the human heritage, as most of these crafts aged more than 3,000 years. In this confused, mad world, it is important to save it. Maybe the following generations will be more rational and can live without this amount of wars and hate. Therefore, we see that if we can prepare properly and increase sales, the artifacts will endure for generations to come. This work will also help these craftsmen face any bureaucratic obstacles that will come in their way.
Finally, our work is not a charity, it's a trade with a good mission, and we think it's the best way to reach our target. We teach how to fish, not to give a fish. Therefore, we ask you not only to contribute with us, but even help us by spreading the word to your friends.
Learn more about our unique approach to saving this precious piece of human heritage. We are not seeking unsustainable donations, but rather a long-term solution that will help this art form persist and thrive in the future.